Miss Labrador, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise.
Hello, yes, I am Bianca Labrador, married into the name. Before that, I was Bianca Babcock. Moving up in the world. Anyway, so first I want to say, going to a cancer benefit, making jokes, it's a little hard to laugh at a cancer place, so I figure if I make it through tonight, I'm going to go to ground zero and try to make some people laugh. Is it too soon for that? No, we're good. Okay, awesome. Anyway, so I'm a huge movie nerd. So I just have to say this, may the fourth be with you. And I also have to say, I am such a movie nerd that I actually don't divide the year by seasons, but much rather by movie release seasons. We have Christmas movie release, we have chick flick season, we're now approaching good movie season, and we've got Harry Potter, which has been sadly followed by Twilight movie season. Big Litter, I don't know why. But anyway, the good thing about good movie season is when you see the movie posters, you know what you're getting when you just see the names of the producers. Like Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg. Guess what? You're gonna cry. But you're gonna cry manly tears. Because they're gonna be Saving Private Ryan and all those bullets are gonna be going everywhere. It's just gonna be crying for the first 15 minutes. So really, they should just print the ticket on Kleenex, give it to you there. And then, if you see Steven Spielberg, you're gonna be like, aliens. That's all it is, because let's face it, that guy was abducted by aliens as a kid. Like, E.T. is a documentary of his childhood. And the other thing about Steven Spielberg is he loves to give you irrational fears. Like, how many of you guys were afraid of sharks before Jaws? Not me. And then I go to the beach, my friends are like, hey, you want to go swimming? And I'm like, you want to go in with me? That way if the shark's there, lessens my odds of getting attacked. And that's actually what surfers get onto. They're like, hey, you going out this weekend? Let's catch some waves. And I really think what they're doing is going, hey, you want to be the shark, babe? But anyway, so back to the movie thing. So you got Steven Spielberg, you're going to get some aliens, and then you got Nicholas Sparks, which he sometimes creeps into good movie season. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, how many of you have seen The Notebook? Guys, come on, if you've got a girlfriend or a wife, she has made you see it. Exactly! Because Noah and Allie are so in love. They love each other so much, and then she loses her memory, but they still love each other. And while you're crying, you're like, why am I crying? This makes me so frustrated. These are cheap knockoff tears. These are not Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks tears. They're cheap knockoff tears. And you feel guilty about it. And I feel particularly guilty about it because I'm Jupisky Catholic, which means guilt is alcohol to make you not feel so guilty. Because you get the Jewish guilt, you get the Catholic guilt, and then you get the Episcopalian alcohol. Because there's an Episcopalian, there's the fifth. Which means that actually, I just got through a really tough season. We just passed Easter. And that's really hard for me because the Jews killed Jesus. My people killed Jesus. But then the Catholic side of me is like, we're supposed to celebrate Easter. And then the Jewish side of me is like, but wait, we killed Jesus. So it's like, I'm celebrating murdering him. And then the Episcopalian side of me is like, it's okay, just drink. You'll get through it, it'll be okay. And it's just like, it's so hard. And then this year was even harder because Passover fell in line perfectly with Easter, which doesn't always happen. And so I'm like, yay, Jesus died for our sins. Hey, I killed him. And then I'm like, wait, the first son would have died just now if your parents hadn't put lamb blood over the door. Wait, my husband was a firstborn. And then I just want to turn to him and be like, hey, babe, tell me something. Would your parents put the lamb blood over the door? Because right now I'm hoping they wouldn't have. Just depends on how it's going. And it's just, it's just so hard. Like, some people don't quite understand Jupisky Catholic. I mean, a lot of people don't, because they're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, you want to know the epitome of eternal struggle? Right here. Look, I got the Jew bro, but I don't look Jewish. And then when I make the Jewish jokes, people look at me and go, racist. And I go, Jewish, there's a difference. Unless you're in the Middle East, in which case it's not so. They hate us over there, it's awful. Whenever I hear my Jewish friends going, I'm going to the Middle East, I go, you look Jewish. Good luck to you. Anyway, where was I going with that? I don't know. I'm feeling a little guilty right now, so I'm going to have to get a drink as soon as I get Okay. So anyway, so it makes things a little awkward, and speaking of awkward situations, do any of you guys do yoga? Yes. Yes? Okay. One time I went to a yoga class, and it was my first yoga class in California. I used to live in LA, and it was my first yoga class in LA, and they do things a little differently there. Hello. And I go in, and the teacher's like, okay, now everybody breathe out. And the room broke into like orgasmic moans. It's like, ah! And I'm looking around like, I did not do that move right. Like, what is going on here? I don't get it. Like, it's just all kinds of confusing. And I just couldn't quite figure out. I'm like, how did you do that? Like, it just doesn't work. I couldn't figure it out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And like I said, feeling a little guilty, gonna go have a drink.